Hello, family. Sorry that I'm coming like this or whatever. Um, I have a couple of downloads, that I want to get off my chest or whatever. Um, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a little heavy. So if um you're not emotionally mature, or you're not open to learning new things, or being understanding of others and stuff like that, then just leave right now. But those who have, been shunned out of their family, scapegoated, belittled, looked at as less than or beneath certain family members, communities, and stuff like that, this video is for you. Again, I apologize about my appearance, but it is what it is. Don't shoot the messenger, just take the message. I'm going to do a couple of videos because I have a couple of things that I want to talk about or whatever. First thing that I want to say is, if you have children, always protect them. They need to come before anybody else, even you. If you don't have children, of course, you need to protect yourself. Like, I'm not going to be breaking stuff down to some, simplest form, okay? Like, just those who need to understand will understand. Those who don't get it, don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. Um, so yeah, if you don't have children, of course yourself. But I have to protect my children and myself, and I have a higher calling. And I keep saying that every video, but it's like, oh man, spiritual and physical, like trying to differentiate the two and trying to get on board and trying to serve my purpose and this and that. It's a lot because I really, I'm trying to unlearn still. I mean, there's certain things that that do help me cope, okay? But as far as the work, the the woman power, that's what I need to be like, okay, girl, like it's really not about you. Like it is, but it's really not. It's really not. Like you probably got like 2% or whatever, but the 98%, like I'll get there. I'll get there. And that's why I'm very vulnerable because, you know, I'm not human. I mean, I'm half human. But, we all make mistakes and we get up and do it again, you know? So, but, in my other videos, I've said certain things or whatever. Um, Now I'm just, kind of going full on out because nobody can stop me. And that's what my purpose is nobody can stop me. The government can't stop me, so I'm the one who needs to say it and stuff like that. And watch there be a shift. Watch there be a shift. Listen, I won't tell no lie. And that's the thing that they don't like, is because I won't tell a lie. I've been doing this for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. All my life I had to fight. Like, a lot of the movies are really about my life. And I'm not into movies and stuff like that. And it's probably to keep me from not knowing who I really was this whole entire time. Like the government is, ooh, they're shady. They're shady. They'll do some machine. They'll do some machine. So, 404 on a timer. So I want to come on here and okay. There's good and bad in everything. You need to have duality. But what I realized, because I wasn't looking at it like this. I'm still like, oh, everybody's, I feel like dancing. Everybody's, peachy and creamy and sunshine and roses and stuff, and it's really not. So I don't know exactly, personally in my life, I'm not too sure where certain people fit as far as like their association. So for this video, there's going to be certain people that I'm not going to mention their name just because I don't want to put false accusations on them. But I will give them their credit. Um, you know, Let me back up. So Eastern Stars and the Freemasons, sisterhood, brotherhood, secret societies, covens, all that, da da da, da, be acting like they're all peachy and creamy to the public. But then behind the scenes, and as you move up the rank, they have different things that they're involved with, and you got to do certain things and stuff like that. I don't know the ins and outs because I'm a target. I'm just being honest. I'm their target because I see the bullshit. But I'm specifically speaking on like the Freemasons and the Eastern Stars because that's where my karmic family, their association is. Um, I am going to be speaking on the darker side of it. Um, there are good, and that's why I feel like the people who I don't want to mention their name, I feel like they probably were a part of it and didn't realize how sinister as you go up, you get, and then not for nothing they hide behind religion. So any denomination of religion that you practice, if you want to go and be a Freemason or an Eastern Star, but the Eastern Stars you have to be initiated in. But I believe it's like with the Eastern Star, you have to be initiated through a Freemason. So my house is wiretapped and surveillance illegally. I didn't consent, so I'm able to say everybody's name. 6:24 on the timer. Synchronicities is syncing. Um, so I can mention people's names, and they can't do anything about it because my house is illegally wiretapped and all that. So, living in Massachusetts, um, my karmic aunt Carol went to Newton North High School. Talk about me being from the suburbs and stuff like that, but she went to one of those schools, whatever, to do law. My karmic mother was in nursing. I don't know exactly what happened, but learning what I know now, I'm sure that karmic Carolyn, um, November 16th, I'm sure that along the way she corrupted, my mother and all that, whatever. So I say that to say. Then you have Ida, which is my dad, John Horace Small Jr., August 25th, 1959, but he passed away. His anniversary is coming up in a few days. Whatchamacallit? His mother, Ida, was associated with Morning Star Baptist Church in Boston, Mass. Now, I was never one to go to church. I wasn't into church. The 2 times I went to church, I'm good. It just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. I've never been to Morning Star. I asked my karmic cousin David if he could bring me one time or whatever, and he thought it was because I was gonna tell Ida something about my dad, how they played around with his medicine and killed him or whatever. It wasn't the cancer that took him out that easy. It was actually Carol playing with his medication, and the foster child Kiara told me that. So yeah, so I don't know exactly how long she had been a part of Eastern Stars and stuff, but she's a high up nurse, like in the church. Like she wears the white robe and all that, and all this and that. But not trying to put a business out like that. She was a slave before, so I'm sure, unfortunately, that pain that you've been through and stuff. You had to do what you had to do back in the day, but hurt people don't hurt people. This family is very demonic. They sold their soul to the devil. And that's why there's a target on my back because I don't subscribe to that stuff. Like, I don't I don't want to just put it all on spirituality, but it's like I don't sync with religion. I'm good. So what else is there? I believe in a God. I'm not atheist. Like we we have all these names: lesbians, this, pansexual, sapiosexual, this, that, and the third. But I don't really think that there's many for like, okay, if you don't want to subscribe to religion, you don't want to subscribe to spirituality, you're not an atheist. So okay, religion, you believe in the devil, or you just know, like, spirituality, okay, like you're aware, higher consciousness. But what if there's some people who, like, now they're not awake, then they don't know because it wasn't taught to them or just wasn't in the what what category would that be? But you got heterosexual, pansexual, sapiosexual, this, that, and third. They got all these flags and stuff. So it's like, really, what's really going on? Why does the government, why does the deletes and all that, these organizations and stuff, why do they want to keep pushing those agendas to keep us dumb in a sense? Why? Why aren't we learning about that religion really isn't what it is? There's not somebody who's coming out the sky and saving us. Those are just basic instructions for living. Bible, Bible, basic in biblical instructions for basic living every day. And then with spirituality, or just, you know, I'll just say spirituality, because everything as above, so below, as within, so without. 666 999. They make it seem like that's the devil. It's not the devil. It's not the devil. They're the devil. And that actually brings me, I'm going all over the place, and I'm not itching. It's funny, I was itching one time, and I had to make like a comment. Like, I'm not on no crackhead stuff. Not saying it like that, but because I'm in a heavy spiritual warfare. So they're trying to make me come across to look any old type of way, crazy to you guys and all that. But those who get it, get it. Those who don't, pick up a book. And if you don't want to pick up a book, I don't know. Excuse me. Where was it? Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, in my other videos, I've talked about like people being in the mental asylum and stuff like that. But I was listening to a video, and then the girl had said something, the woman had said something, and then I was like, yo, that's really crazy. So now look at this like that. Look at this like that. That's crazy. Look at this, right? So we really do have a bunch of unmentally stable people in high up positions. Like, they're literally psychopaths. Literally. Look at them. I would name drop, but just look at the powers that be and how tapped they are. Trump with Chicago, he wants to send the National Guards to here to Massachusetts and stuff. Like, they're just trying to do everything to distract us, right? And not have us know what's really going on. 12:02 on the timer. So all of them are literally crazy. They have mental issues, and no shade, but they do. Either they've gone undiagnosed or they are diagnosed and they're not taking their medicine. But then they have all of us, society, going at it with each other, and then making it seem like, oh, the ones who speak out, the whistleblowers, the truth tellers, they're the crazy ones that need to be in a mental asylum. So on a bigger scale, if we really look at it, they're doing reverse psychology on us. And then people who have hit certain levels of making a pact, an influence, they sat there and had people off them. I'm in the Truman Show 2.0 Jaleesa edition. They've had people off them. You got star whackers. You got a witch hunt. The witch hunt is because I'm Queen Isis. I'm reincarnated, but I'm Queen everything. I'm insert whatever, and I'm that Mother Gaia. Insert whatever, and I can tap into that frequency. And not for nothing, it's crazy because I was sitting here thinking like, yo, nobody knows who created tarot. Nobody knows who created tarot. Nobody knows who created tarot, but they know who illustrated it. My ears ringing. Who created tarot? I'm claiming it. Nobody ever sat there and they're gonna sit there and be like, you have to be a crazy motherfucker to really sit there and think you create. No, that's from source. I am the original Dandada. Respectfully. We gotta go back to the ancient times. And I'm learning a lot too. Cause I was like, yo. Like, I was at the park the other day and I was like looking up some stuff and I'm like, yo. I'm like, bro. But see, the karmics want me to be so wrapped up into the tarot stuff, and I be giving that all the energy because I be getting all the info that I need. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Y'all see how many times y'all send that death? 14 on time. How many times y'all sending them death spells and I'm just eating it? Like, bro. She's a runner. She's a track star. 14:24 on the time. Like, and maybe one doesn't have to do with the other, but when I was in middle school, I did track. Like, and in high school, they came to me to do track, and I just didn't do it. Because now I know there was spells and things already put over on me, so I wouldn't be into cooking, want to do cooking. I can cook. But now I know, and I broke out the matrix, so that's an issue. 15 on the timer. Let's get this going.